Hey everybody, I'm Fox with FoxeoGames, and we're back. This is Dark Souls Remastered, Episode 10. We defeated Pinwheel, went down, got the Skull Lantern, did the little loop down there after Patches tricked us into falling off the ledge. We leveled up with all the souls that we had. We defeated Rhea and her two knights. Even though Rhea wasn't hollow, we still killed her anyway. And now we're moving along into the future and getting our free gift from what's-his-face. Oh, what? I thought he was going to give us a gift. Okay, okay. Kind of feel like that whole thing was bullshit, but whatever. Sometimes I really do question the accuracy of the inputs. One of the biggest problems with the original Dark Souls, and this is actually a bigger problem in this game than the others, is the input lag. During certain animations, if you hit a button, after your current animation completes, it will queue up and then complete the next animation, but only sometimes. That throws everything off and causes a lot of unnecessary deaths, like it did right there. You need to be able to count on your controls being 100% accurate 100% of the time. So the inaccuracies at times are a big deal. They get me killed in this game way more often than they should. Way more often than they should. So, that's unfortunate. But, what are you going to do? Alright, so, let's continue onward, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know, the big theme of this playthrough has... I didn't know you could even swing with that. The big theme of this playthrough has been the manosphere. Masculinity, being a man, and women and relationships. Okay, these guys are tough because they like to stun lock the shit out of you. That's really where they get off being tough. And then they do a lot of damage, which means they also do a lot of what I like to call stamina damage. They tear through your stamina even with a good shield, with good stability. And one thing this area definitely didn't need were those a-holes shooting arrows at you. We definitely could have done without them. Now, it's really easy and quick to get to the bonfire if you know where it is, but I always flip and forget. Oh shit! That was the wrong thing to do. Oh, now I gotta deal with this guy shooting the arrows at me. Let's go right here. Okay, this is a good spot because the arrow shooter won't hit me from here. Okay, never mind. I'm getting shot from a different arrow shooter. Oh, come on. Such bullshit. Only thing about games like this, like Dark Souls, Lords of the Fallen, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, also Code Vein, is that these games are often full of the bullshits. Sometimes, like Code Vein, oh my goodness, some of those encounters, they take a pile of bullshit, put some bullshit on top, give you a plate full of bullshit, shake your hand with bullshit on their hand, squirt a little more bullshit on top of that, and then shove some bullshit in your face, and they call it difficulty. I'm sorry, but this is just bullshit to the extreme. So some of that stuff is just absurd. I don't see it as difficult or fun or interesting or anything like that. I just see it as a pain in the ass. Okay, that's not what I did. This game is just fucking flipping its shit. The failure of this game... Like, when I'm alternating between the Skull Lantern and other items, the game will flip its shit because the controls will just go all out of whack. And I don't need this effigy shield, but there it is. Oh, the dipshit fell on his own. Good. It just sucks to have the game flip out on you like that and fail. It really shouldn't do that, but it does, so whatever. Okay, that was bullshit. Okay, that was bullshit too. I'm sure if we'd been looking from straight above, that wouldn't have actually touched my character. And that attack right there did swipe right through me, but did no damage. So, fortunately, the bullshit works in your favor at times. There's bullshit where you don't get hit and you should. There's bullshit where you do get hit and you shouldn't. We typically notice getting hit when we shouldn't because it hurts us. So, you know. Okay. The bonfire's around here. I know it's close by. Is it right here? Let's see. Maybe. Come on. How come I can never remember where this bonfire is without it being a big hassle? I just want to get to the bonfire. I just want to be safe. So today's theme is going to be pretty similar to yesterday's. Oh. Well, that dipshit just killed himself, so I'm not jumping down there. Okay, I think I'm on the right track, sort of, maybe. Nah. Still not. But wait. But wait, there's more. Okay, let's see. I mean, you could go straight from that previous bonfire to the boss, but I like to go to the boss from the closest. Aha! Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Just the wrong way. Hey, it was somewhere, guys. It just wasn't to the bonfire. I want the Hello? Okay, there we go. I can't concentrate right now. Secret. Oh, is this, Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. Come on. This is where it'd be useful to have just enough magic or whatever, just the bare minimum requirements to use that light spell. Okay, what WTF? Why do I get so turned around in these areas? I've played them so many times. I just don't understand why this is so difficult for me to find every single time. It's always this fucking hassle to find this shit. I just don't get it. What is this? No, that's where I just was. I really just don't understand why it has to be such a pain in the ass every single time to find this bonfire. It's not down there. I already went down there. Or is it? We could try this again. I'm really not going to fight the boss off of that bonfire up there. I want the closest bonfire to the boss. Yeah, see, this is not it, because this is just going to take us down there. Oh boy, okay. To me, though, it is part of the design. Like, the area is designed to where you just can't figure out where the hell to go. And I've been through this area so many times, it shouldn't be this much of a problem. I'm going the same place over and over and over again because I just don't feel like it's as far back as it probably is. Don't normally get there from here. Maybe I just got to go all the way back up. And then you got these ridiculous enemies that you have to deal with. I think there's actually a way to jump to the bonfire. Just get the message off the screen so I can use the controls of the game, please. Thank you. I just don't understand why they feel the need to disable controls when you're on top of a message. That's an issue that should have been fixed, but wasn't. Terrible, terrible glitch. I'm just in the mood to criticize this game for its many, many flaws. But, you know, the good news... Oh, there it is. Okay. The good news is, the best thing about Dark Souls is that it's not Dark Souls 2. For those that don't know, I'm very, very critical of the absolute shitfest that Dark Souls 2 was. Just utter garbage. Terrible, terrible game in so many ways. And just a disgrace to the Souls name. Should never have been made. Strike it from the record, pretend it doesn't exist, and move on. It's the only thing we can do with that mess. Alright. Oh, look at that. So close. I love being that close. That way I feel like I don't waste any souls should I die. We'll put a little bit into our vitality, because why not? Won't hurt too bad to get a little bit of health in there. Now, I can finally go where I need to go and do what I need to do. which is... Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I still don't know how to do this. There's a quick and easy way to get to the boss. I don't think it's through here. Oh, shit. Well, let's do this. Okay, let's not jump down there. There's a pretty quick and easy way to get there. I don't know if this is the way I'm taking. There's an easier way than what I'm doing right now, trust me. I know that. Okay, if you land on a platform, you should stay on a platform. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if you land on a platform, you landed on it. So, just the physics of jumps and landing in this game, as I've said before and will say again, are utter and complete shit. Always have been, always will be. I don't expect any game with the Souls name to ever be anything less than complete bullshit when it comes to jumping and physics and all that. I don't think you're actually... What? What? That was good. I like that. I like that. Alright. And we're there. Okay. Making this harder than it needs to be. Some things you want to be really hard. Figuring out where to go is not one of them. Oh, and I meant to be in human form so I could fight Paladin Leroy. But that's fine. We don't really need anything that he provides us. So, whatever. We'll just tackle it without him. Okay, yeah. Crystal lizards can be bullshit to the extreme in this game, and often are. Especially when you're, like, standing on top of one, swinging your weapon wildly, and it's just not connecting. That's just some fun shit right there. By the way, I think these guys can drop white Titanite chunks. Today's topic is going to refer to the idea of getting permission from your woman. Now, this affects all men, to some degree. It can affect... Okay, there we go. It can affect guys with girlfriends, obviously, fiancés, whatever. But this is most common. You see it more commonly with husbands and wives. Once you get married, there's this perception that everything changes. You kind of own each other to some degree, or, you know, there's this false perception that you have a level of control over them that you didn't before, or at least should, that they owe you more than they did before. And I think a lot of people would even say, yeah, of course, you're married now. There's a biblical basis for believing that, obviously, for those that don't know. But my concern would be this. If you didn't have it on lockdown before you got married, you probably won't have it on lockdown after getting married. Getting married doesn't fix problems. It can often create new ones that you didn't have before. So I'm not going to bother getting everything in this area. I'm just going to roll on through it. I did not kindle that bonfire. We'll see if we can get through it this first time without the kindling in. I'm going to get rid of that so I don't accidentally select it. And then I'm going to go to the Divine Uchigatana. We still can't fast roll. Please tell me no. I can tell just from our walking speed. However, we can take the Chloranthy ring and instead use the Havel's ring. You know what? It would probably be better to just do this. I think I'd rather have the additional stamina. Alright. So, the skeletons around Nito will require divine weapon to kill. But Nito himself does not, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Do I need anything else here? I guess this wouldn't hurt. I don't know if that's really was that important, but whatever. By the way, this getting hurt when you drop down is bullshit. That attack right there is utter bullshit because there's absolutely no way to reliably dodge it. It's complete and utter bullshit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that attack is such bullshit. That attack right there will kill the skeletons around him, but only temporarily. Oh my gosh, this fucking attack. Can we please stop it? it's complete bullshit. There's no reliability on how the attack occurs. So please stop it. And I don't think you can bleed him out. And done. Oh, come on. That swiped right through him. Oh my goodness, this episode is high on the bullshit factor. Bullshit to the extreme in this episode. Damn. Just need this game to play like it's a game that knows what's going on. I have low tolerance for bullshit. That includes bullshit in real life. That's why I often have low tolerance in general for a lot of things, because you know, the longer you're on this planet, the more you realize that most of this planet is based on bullshit. The news, bullshit. Companies and what companies release to the public, bullshit. The reason given for most of the stuff that happens in society by companies, PR, police departments, city governments, county governments, state governments, governors, politicians, all bullshit, 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 and bullshit. It's all PR stunts. It's all appearances, lies, manipulation, you know. So I have little tolerance for it. I want us to just speak the truth, tell the truth, say what's actually happening, give the real reasons. But we don't do that. We care more about how it looks than how it actually is. And that is one of the defining factors of bullshit. Caring about appearances over substance. I like substance. I don't care how it looks. You know, and I'm not talking about stuff like clothing and a car or house. What I mean is that I don't care how it appears on the news. You tell the news. You tell the news the way it is. You don't let the news run the show and tell you how it's going to be. But I'm not in charge, so, you know. Unfortunately, we have most these other people in charge that don't know what they're doing half the time. You know, this is going to sound very arrogant. I'm just going to let it sound arrogant. When you know how things work, when you know what you're doing, it is really hard to watch all these other people in positions of power fuck it up because they're dumb as shit. But it's just part of life. You see all these stupid, dumb people who are just... And I know it sounds like I'm mad right now. I'm not. I don't know why I sound like I'm mad. But you see all these people in positions of power. They're dumb as shit, dumb as a rock. And yet they're making all these calls. And you just see it. You see it all the time. I see it at work. I see it in churches. I see it with companies and businesses. And I see it, and I'm like, yep, that's not going to work. And, of course, it doesn't end up working. I'm like, yep, that's going to fail. And, of course, it fails. So I just get this perverse sense of pleasure out of seeing people in the process of failing and me just being like, I'm going to watch and see how this turns out. I'm pretty sure I know how it's going to turn out. I call it, and then it turns out exactly the way I called it. All right, we've leveled up. We've killed Nito, first of the dead, whatever that means. This episode's going to be about deferring to the wife for permission, deferring to the girl for permission, and how to solve the problem. If you have a girl in your life, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't want to follow your frame, then there's a real simple solution. You leave. You walk away. You're done. And you know, that sounds easier than it is for most guys. What are we going to do next? How about the Four Kings? Because we've got New Londo ready to go. We just need to make a beeline for the Four Kings. You don't need to stay with one particular woman. And, you know, a lot of guys will be like, well, you know, I've been married for 12 years or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, that... sorry, just enjoying the drink of the day, which is black coffee. It's reheated from the last time I made coffee. I made this episode back-to-back with the other one. A lot of guys are thinking, well, you know, I'm so invested in this relationship. I've spent so much time and you know, we've been together for 22 years and we've been together for 8 years. You know, it's funny because when I was younger, this is how I was. I was like a lot of you young guys. I'd be like, well, we've been dating for almost 2 years now. And, you know, you think that's a lot. When you're young, when you're in your early 20s or mid-20s, you think 2 years is a long time for a relationship. The relationship that I ended was over 17 years. And I don't care if you've been married for 40 years. If she treats you like shit, if she's not helping you, she's not following you in your frame, helping you achieve your goals, drop her. And, you know, women could get similar advice about men. I'm not the one to do it. I'm not here to give advice to women. That's just not my role. So when I say this stuff, a lot of guys or especially women will be like, "Whoa, you say that men are so and women don't," you know, all that just yak, bullshit, complain, point and accuse. No, I'm not making any statements about what men and women can or can't do. You know what? Let's do this right here. I'm gonna kindle this up, and actually, I will need one more humanity for that. I told you guys, I always end up with excess humanity. I've got like almost 40 humanity before I pop those. I'm just helping men. The advice to women, not my, you know what? I'm staying in my lane. That's not my lane. So, you drop her. If you got a woman that, you know, you try to do something and she says like, well, you should have asked me first. She doesn't even say you should have talked to me first. You should have asked me, as if you need her permission. You know, I think we talked about this. If you need to move to get a better career, make more money, and advance in your life, that's what you do. You just move. Well, Fox, you know, my girlfriend's not, she doesn't want to go because blah, blah, blah. My wife says she needs to stay with the kid, well, not the kids, sorry, with her parents and blah, blah. No, you move and you tell her, okay, well, it was good that we were together. Actually, hang on a second. Do I have a Firekeeper's soul that I haven't popped yet? I think I do, right? There should be one more Firekeeper's soul. Oh, I know where it is. I haven't picked it up yet. It's in the Duke's archives. We'll get it later. So what you do is, you live your life, you do what you need to do for you to advance your future, your career, your finances, your physical health, you know, all that stuff. By the way, if you're not doing it, lift. Go to the gym and lift. That's like one of the fundamental ways you start out building a life around your frame. And in this way, like physical frame, like your body. If you go work out, and I'm not talking about just jog on a treadmill like a woman, I'm talking lifting weights, picking up weights, lifting, advancing in the weights, lifting heavier and heavier weights. If you do this on a regular basis, you will build your image, you will build your self-confidence, and you will establish a routine of how you do something on a regular basis to improve yourself. It is not for anyone else. You don't go to the gym to look better for your girl. You go to the gym to look better for you. So that what you see in the mirror gives you self-confidence. Ooh, Titanite chunk. Very nice. Your struggle shouldn't be to look better for everyone else. To look better so other people think more highly of you. You should look better to think more highly of yourself. You have your goals for you first before anyone else. And if meeting someone else's needs interferes with your goals, as a general rule, you don't meet their needs. That sounds harsh. It is kind of harsh in some ways. But once you start living life to improve yourself, to do things for yourself, what you need to make a better life for you, and not to sacrifice yourself for other people that don't necessarily care about you, your life will be better in nearly every possible way. You will learn that living life sacrificing for a woman who could leave you at any moment and probably will is no way to live. It just isn't. Just don't do it. Trust me, don't do it. Live for you, for yourself, for your goals, and your frame, and eventually the right woman will come along for that. There is no one right woman. There are many possible right women, and that's the next lesson. That's important to emphasize. There is no single right person just specifically designed for you. That's not a thing. That's not real. You know what? I think I should give up the wolf ring. Because I think I think I'm going to get staggered regardless. Although, I don't know. Let's try the wolf ring first. And use the green blossom for stamina. We'll see how that goes initially. We'll also use, I don't know, well, charcoal pine resin, since I don't have anything else. We'll use the charcoal pine resin first because that takes longer to apply, to use. So, you guys ready for this? And we have 19 Estus Flasks, so we can Estus our way through the damage rather than having to concern ourselves with dodging. This is also a point where I typically recommend to people, like, don't be afraid to just put on super, super heavy armor and move slowly. And as soon as you see where he is, run. Run to him. Run to him, run to him, run to him. Quick as you can. And get to attacking. Focus on doing damage, not on dodging. The closer you are to him, the less damage his attacks will do. So you won't have to worry as much about dodging. Keep hitting as they die. You can keep attacking shortly after they die. Estus up in between. Keep yourself topped off, especially if you have 20 Estus Flasks. Spin the camera around until you see where the next one's coming in and run to him as quickly as you can. You don't want him doing the ranged attack. There is one ranged attack that is just impossible to dodge. You just have to kind of take it. There we go, and got off 2 more hits while he was dying. Whoops, I accidentally drank twice, didn't mean to. Let's see. I don't know how much that fire did, but it's gone now, so we'll see what happens. Come on. We might kill him, and we might kill him with this next round. We might not need the 4th one. Okay, I think he's probably going to shoot at us. He was so far away. Nope. Unfortunately, you can't bleed him, which sucks, but whatever. Okay, you don't want to be there for that. I just barely got out of range. Oh, look how close I was. Jeez, that's close. 1 more hit. Had I hit him 1 more time with the fire, he probably would be dead. Or even 1 more time without fire. Any single additional hit with the fire at any point in time would have drained just... Wow, look how far away he is. I could kill him with a bow at this point. Oh, I'm pretty sure I dodged it, but whatever. Uh-oh. Golly, I couldn't dodge. He got me right as I came out of the Estus. Okay. There we go. Done. And the bonfire. Cool. Now, I think you can take the Artorias ring off. Although I'm not 100% sure on that, so we'll wait for just a second. At this point, yeah, I can do 1 more to get an additional point of damage, and then get some more endurance. Repair. Cool, cool, cool. And what else? What else do we want to do? Well, we're getting close to the end, so there's no reason to hang on to all these souls. So let's start leveling up with some of these. Another endurance. Okay. Can we reinforce any? Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about this. There we go. 1 more reinforcement will give it additional stability. So we do probably want that at some point. Can we reinforce anything else that we need? Probably not. No. What about armor? I don't think I picked... Nope, no twinkling. Let's see. We need almost 30,000 souls. So what do we got? Okay, so that's 10,000. Yeah, actually, that might be tough to get to. Let's try it. Let's see if this yeah. Okay, cool. I got way too much. I should have only popped 2 of those. Let's do some more endurance. All right. Now that we no longer need the Uchigatana to be, to have a divine weapon, we could probably carry it and not need the Havel's Ring to fast roll. Not that it matters now, though. So, okay. So watch this. Yep. See? We don't need it. Now, I have tried it. Can you get down here, start the fight with the 4 kings, and then take the ring off? No, you die. Nope, you just sink into the abyss. So at this point, I say we head to... Let's see. Normally I leave the, what's it called? I can't even think of it. The Bed of Chaos, I leave her for last. So let's go there. Let's change things up. Daughter of Chaos? Yes. Let's go that direction. We'll do the Duke's Archive last. Not normally how I do things, but we'll do it that way. And normally I'd recommend the Duke's Archives first if possible, because you can get the Firekeeper's soul, come back, and boost your Estus. And then you have that boosted Estus for the rest of the playthrough. Whereas here, I'm not going to get that final boost to the Estus until the very end. But it doesn't matter. With as many Estus charges as we can get up to, 20, excuse me, and having +5, it's pretty solid as is. So you need to apply the plenty of fish principle when it comes to women, guys. It's also known as an abundance mindset. Most men have what's called a scarcity mindset. This applies to anything and everything in life, but it particularly applies to women. It applies to money, but money is a more specific thing. Yeah, that, you know, money is money. Women are women. There are plenty of women. There are lots of women. You may have found a woman that you think is the one for you. Don't think that. Please don't think that. She could be one of the many women for you, but she's not the one, the only one, your soulmate, any of that nonsense. That, whatever you believe, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have this soulmate belief, there's the one destined for you, designed for you, blah, 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 it's going to hurt you. It is going to hurt you in the end, because you're going to make the mistake of sticking it out, working on it, when you know it's not working, because you're under this misguided notion it has to work, we have to make it work because we're designed for each other, this is the way it was meant to be, there's no one else that I'm supposed to be with, I need to do this to make it work, blah, 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 blah. And the end result will be pain, misery, sorrow, years and years and years of your life wasted. Don't do it. I think we're going to get blasted from behind. That's usually how this works, but we'll see. Oh no, he didn't do it. Okay. I do this. A lot of people like to make him fall off the ledge. I have problems with him not coming the whole way to the ledge. I don't know why, but he just doesn't want to come the full distance. So I end up, it ends up not working for me. Okay. Isn't it supposed to come all the way down here? Yes, there we go. Actually, it's not quite in the same spot. I wonder if it's changed in the remastered. Oh, shit. And he hits me where he wouldn't hit me in the previous game, it seems to me, at least. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got him. That last hit, I just barely got him as he began pulling away. I don't need the armor. That's up there on the altar, so I'm not going to go get it. Just be a waste of time at this point. Okay, yep, lava's going bye-bye. Got it. Bye-bye, lava. The lava in this game is an absolute eyesore. There's a mod in the original Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. I think there's a mod probably in the new version that gets rid of that horrible, horrible glare coming off all the lava in this game. And then it would be nice if there were a mod to reduce the noise that you hear when you're running through the lava. Because when you have the ring that makes you almost immune, you can run through the lava at your leisure, and it just makes this horrible noise every single step you take. It's just really loud and annoying. So, abundance mindset. What is that? Well, the abundance mindset is correctly seeing the world the way it is. There are tons of women out there. Traditionally, this is known as the there are plenty of fish in the sea concept. There are. Don't ever get in this mindset of, well, you know, I know there's lots of women, but the only one that'll ever really make me happy is Lucy or Sarah or Courtney. You know, I need Courtney. If I don't have Courtney, I'll just never be happy. No other woman is like her. Well, yeah, there's no other woman just like her, but guess what? There are other women that are very, very similar to her. There are other women that are different, better in some ways, worse than others. And there are women that are just better overall in just nearly every possible way. Don't ever think that you need Courtney, because no one else will ever be like Courtney, and you can never be happy with another woman if it's not Courtney. Don't do that. Listen to pop music out there. It is all blue pill, beta male trash junk. I can't live without you. I need you. No one else is like you. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you like the beat of the music, whatever, listen to it, fine. But don't believe that crap that's in those songs. If you start singing along to it, which I do not do, be very careful. Don't internalize that blue pill tripe trash, because it's all bullshit. Don't internalize it. It'll hurt you in the end. It really will. Whoa. There we go. That attack after his roll was like that. Snippy, snappy, fast. Okay. Nothing? He didn't drop nothing? What a punk. So be very careful with taking music too seriously. I had a friend in high school that just was way too serious with the music he listened to. He thought, he found this woman, and he thought, you know, this woman was the thing for him, and, you know, he was destined to be with her, and she was the one, and all this other crap. And let me tell you something. He thought so highly of her. He really did. She's the world to him. I remember, like, we were talking. We had this friend that had a Playboy magazine. He was looking through it, and actually, to me at the time, I wasn't super interested in the Playboy magazine because I had a real life girl. So, I wasn't as interested in 2D girls on a piece of paper. And I remember him saying, well, I don't need to look at that magazine because the girl I got, she's better than any of those girls in there. And I'm like, no. I was like, come on. Like, seriously, like, these girls in there, they get boob jobs and all this other stuff. And he's like, no, I think my girl's even more beautiful. And I was like, well, yeah, that's fine. But, I mean, she wasn't. I saw her. I know what she looks like. Whatever. You know, if that's how he wants to see her and he's convinced himself in his mind, I thought at the time, that, oh, that's great. You know, he's so happy with her. Well, had I known more about, you know, the red pill concept, how real relationships work, how women really are, how men really are, I would have tried to encourage him away from that. Whoops, I don't know why I thought I had enough. You know, the coldest shower a man can take is to see a woman that he's so deeply loved, so dedicated to, so sacrificed for years, drop him like he's nothing. It happens. I've seen it happen. Women will drop you like you're nothing to them. So freaking close. All right, let's try this. You will dedicate your life to this woman. You will do everything for her. You will sacrifice your career. You'll sacrifice money. You'll sacrifice every other woman that's out there. You'll be faithful to her. You'll ignore your parents and everyone else telling you you shouldn't be with her, that she doesn't really care about you. You will defend her honor. You will defend the honor of Milady like a white knight. And in the end, when she decides that someone else is a better opportunity for her, she will drop you like you were never anything to her. She'll drop you and forget all about you and leave you sitting there crying and bawling to your friends about, you know, how the woman of your dreams left you for this other dude who it turns out she was cheating on you with all along. And it's not going to matter to her. It's not going to matter one bit that you bought her a car, that you sacrificed all of this, that you married her, that you helped raise her child that is from another man. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter that you helped her pay off her house. It's not going to matter that, you know, you beat up that guy at the bar that touched her, or, you know, called her a SLUT. I don't know if YouTube allows us to say that. None of that is going to matter one bit to her. Not at all. She won't care. It won't mean anything. She'll forget all about you. And you'll be there having fought and fought and fought for her, sacrificed, paid so much money, bought her so many gifts, bought her a car, bought her this, paid her house off, took care of this other man's kids, and because she told you about how he's such a loser, he's such a deadbeat. You know, she didn't tell you that, well, he's not a loser and a deadbeat. She just won't let him see his kids and makes him pay thousands of dollars in lawyer fees trying to fight her in court, and then she files bogus DV charges and bogus protection order allegations. But guess what? It'll all happen to you when she turns on you. If you have a child with her and you try to see your son or daughter, she'll try to, you know, throw a wrench in those plans. She'll come after you for all the child support. She'll try to file bogus protection order. She'll instigate and instigate and instigate until either she files bogus charge on you and pretends that you hit her, or she'll instigate until somehow she gets you to actually hit her. And then you're screwed, you know? So, how do you avoid all that? Let me tell you how you avoid all that. As soon as the red flags pop up, you dump her. You move on. You do it peacefully, gracefully, calmly, not emotionally. You don't do it in text or over the phone unless you have to. Do it in a public place in case she acts up. You dump her and you move on. You don't sit around waiting for her to call you. You know, you don't lament the good old days and how things used to be. You don't go back to her because you can't find another woman in the moment. You know, you get rid of her, you dump her, you move on, and it's over. That's how you do it. Like it's nothing. Even if it's a big deal to you, you still act like it's nothing. Because it has to be nothing. You have to approach it from this kind of stoic perspective. That's how men act best. Men are best when they're rational, reasonable, logical. Men are at their worst when they're emotional, irrational, crying, freaked out, you know, all of that. Be logical, be reasonable, be rational. Look at it from a logical, rational perspective. Treat it like you're buying a car. You don't buy a car on emotion. You don't say, well, you know what, I'm going to buy a Toyota Camry because I've always had a Toyota Camry, and you know it's really shitty and I'm unhappy with it. It's what I'm used to, and I'm dedicated to it, so I have to continue to be dedicated to the Toyota Camry. No. If you decide, you know what, this Honda Civic is much better for me, or even if it's just much better for you. And again, you know, a woman doesn't have to be terrible. She doesn't have to have any major problem to have red flags where she's no good for you. Did I go the right way? Yeah, let's open up this shortcut. You never know if you might want it. I'm sure I won't, but whatever. We'll do it anyway. And the only respawning Titanite demon is back that way, I believe, if you continue across that platform. I think that's where he's at. He's tough, so just be aware. If you need to farm him for Demon Titanite, that's the way to do it. Okay, I felt like I rolled there, but it didn't register. All right, guys. We got the demon, the Fire Sage demon. And Ceaseless Discharge. You know, we're so... No. You know what? We almost have enough time to tackle the next boss, but not quite. So let's do this. A couple more. Let's do 3 of those. That should be plenty, hopefully. We'll see. Oh man, I always do that. I always get so close. So close. Every time. And I think I'm just barely off again. I think it was like 31,750 something. Anyway, that's enough. That's definitely enough. Oh, it was 780. Okay, there we go. Some more endurance. Well, guys, thanks for joining me. Today's lesson, of course, was the concept of plenty of fish, abundance mindset. Love them and leave them kind of concept. You don't do it in a rude way. You don't use women. You know, you don't abuse them. You don't hit them unless you absolutely have to and they're physically assaulting you. But even then, the system is not going to favor you. Trust me. I haven't experienced that personally. I've never hit a woman, but I'd like to think that I would if I had to, if there were no other choice, because I don't think you should automatically think that women are so delicate they can never be hit, even when they're abusing and physically assaulting you. But that's another story for another day. Maybe we'll discuss that, and that'll be controversial, because there's a lot of people out there mistakenly think that a woman should never, ever, ever be hit under any circumstance. Even if they're assaulting you and jabbing you with a knife and shooting you with a gun, you just sit there and take it, because you're a white knight, right? You beta males, you. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I hope you follow me on social media so you can stay up to date with everything. Twitter's the best place to do that. I hope you continue to watch this series and stay up to date with everything that happens on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell and set it to all so you know about all the videos that are coming out. And gentlemen, make sure at all times and in all ways to maintain your frame.